Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Ashley Aaliyah. Here I analyze and discuss the fashion of celebrities and anyone influential. On today's episode, I am doing a YouTube request. This is my video on how I would style Loren LoRosa if she were my client. Now, I'm doing this because this was a YouTube request. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. And I have a lot to say, and y'all might be a little tight about what I have to say, but remember, someone asked me to do this. This is not something that I just wanted to do on my own. So when I first looked up Loren and her style, I didn't know what the hell I was looking at, if I'm just being completely honest. It was all over the place. I couldn't get a real good grasp on what direction this style was supposed to go in. You have the traditional Instagram aesthetic, when the traditional corporate girly aesthetic that all the girls try to do. Everybody go get the same bob. They wear the same pair of glasses. They wear the same type of lipstick. They get the same blazers or suits, and they get the same type of shoes. She had that going on. Then you got the other Instagram girl aesthetic, where it's like, I'm not quite a BBL girly, but I get fashion. And so you got a lot of those leather pieces, full leather pieces and stuff like that, and things that are a little too outfitty. And then you got the hair that's like the wigs, and then you got the pictures where she's super over sexualized, but it's like the tops aren't quite fitting in the most flattering way for her. And it just looks very confusing. And then you get some tomboy looks, but none of it's cohesive. And I think Loren's biggest issue is multiple things. One, once I saw that she was like a Scorpio Sag cusp, it made so much sense to me. While her style was just all over the damn place. Two, I would like to see her be true to herself and what she likes versus trying to hop on everything that's trendy on social media and Instagram, because I think that's what's also happening. And three, this is the biggest thing and why all the girls are looking a mess. And this is what y'all may have an issue with me saying. Y'all need to stop hiring some of these gay men just because they are gay. And sexuality does not automatically equate to someone being fashionable or being educated on fashion. Okay? And what's happening is that a lot of these gay guys are coming into fashion, makeup, beauty, because they don't want to do anything else. Not because they're passionate, but because they're looking for an easy paycheck or an easy way to get around doing a hard day's work. So they come into the industry and they're not really students of it, but they figure, hey, I could just put anything on these girls and they're going to love it. And y'all eat it up. And they be having y'all out here looking a hot ass crazy mess. And nobody's questioning it. We've seen it on several red carpets at higher levels with A-list celebrities, the B-list celebrities. We've seen it on higher levels. And we see it every day with influencers, where it's just like some of the outfits are way too sexualized. Some of them, the clothes are cheap. The girls are looking cheap. Some of it is just like the styles all over the place. And it's just not, you can tell that a lot of these gay men who are doing this styling don't actually love women, and not like in a sexual way, but just love women in general. Like Yves Saint Laurent, Tom Ford, you can tell when they create pieces, there is a love of women there. You don't see that in a lot of these gay men who are styling, and they don't know body types. They don't know anything about tailoring. They don't know anything about structure. All they know is I looked on Instagram and I saw my favorite celebrity or my favorite influencer wear this, and she could be stacked like a brick house and you can be petite and thin, and they're trying to put you in the same thing that looks good on a girl whose body type is totally different from yours. But in their minds, they just think all women are the same and on this outfit is T, but they don't really have the education behind it. So I'm not saying that gay men are incapable of styling. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that there are some that are going to be amazing and great and talented at it. And there's some that y'all need to stop letting play in your face and tell them to go get a day job, 9 to 5, and go do something else because fashion ain't it for them. That's what I'm saying. I think that Loren would benefit the style that I kind of see her wanting to go in, because, you know, she is getting more of a spotlight now. You know, she is a host on The Breakfast Club, and her career trajectory is going from being behind the scenes and more in front of the scene. And I think she has a podcast out now on tour, like a new segment. I saw she had something going on. Either way, I think the style that I think she wants the direction I think she wants her style and fashion to go in, I think Loren would be someone who would benefit from having a woman style her. That's my personal opinion. I think that she should get a new stylist and get someone who has like a better understanding of a woman's body, woman's fashion, how it transitions, kind of how the style evolves through the different ages and in different spaces. I think she would greatly benefit from that. However, sorry for my long rant and tangent. This is how I would like to style Loren if she were my client, a direction I would love to see her style, hair, and makeup go in. So for her fashion mood board, I think Chanel Iman should be on Loren's mood board for her looks. I think that, well, for one, Chanel is a fellow Sag as her. And I think this is one of Chanel's example of the potential that Sages have if they just hone it in a little bit and stop trying to be so eccentric all the time. I think Chanel style is like the epitome of style and grace. And I think what Loren is trying to do with her style is channel where she is now in life with her current opportunities, which will give more of a classy business-esque type of style. But I also think she has the desire to be sexy, which I think speaks to that Scorpio placement that she has as well. And I think at her core, though, she's a tomboy. And I think that Chanel's style embodies all of that. I think that Chanel does an amazing job at being sexy, but still exuding class. And I think the way she does that is by showing certain body parts. And I spoke about this in other videos. It's like either it's going to be her back out, maybe some of her sides, maybe her arms, maybe a little cleavage, maybe a leg with a nice pump. But she's not going to have all those things out at the same time. And I think that is what Loren's issue is now with her styling. Sometimes it's a bit too much. And it's like too all over the place when it comes to trying to exude sexiness. And she just needs to rein it in a bit. And that is what I mean when I say where there's the disconnect with men's styling. Because I think a lot of the styling is being done from a male gaze, and from a male perspective, especially a male who does not date women, they would think that everything had to be out in order to give sexiness, especially if they did not take the time to really study woman's fashion and understanding like how we work and how we operate. So that's why I thought that Chanel Iman would be perfect. I also would love to see Loren, and now that she's getting a bigger paycheck, upgrade the designer items that she wears. Like I seen her wearing some Alexander Wang and a pair of Louis Vuitton heels and a couple of other pieces. And I would just love to see her wear more exclusive, higher end fashion as type of pieces. Because I think that will also help navigate the direction that I believe she desires to go in fashion-wise. I think although Loren's physique isn't as model-esque as Chanel's, I think that Loren is still on the thin side. So a lot of these looks that Chanel rocks, I think that Loren would be able to get away with. And I think it would still give her that high fashion roundabout style. And I think like the biggest thing that I think Chanel does is that she properly pairs shoes and handbags with her outfits. And then the dresses or the pants or the looks that she does are always flattering to her physique. And again, I think that's another disconnect with Loren, where it's like we're not really seeing like pieces that are the most flattering for her. However, I think if she leaned more into this direction with fashion, we would see that a lot more like in her looks. And I also think that just, how can I put it? Just not looking like you're trying so hard. And I think that Chanel does a really great job with that, with her fashion, where it's always effortless. It doesn't look like she's trying. She doesn't look like she's following the trends too hard. But yet and still, she has this high fashion sense about her. So this is how, like, I think that Chanel would be perfect for Loren's mood board for fashion. For her hair mood board, I would love to see Tika Sumpter on there. I think that Tika Sumpter's hair would be perfect for Loren because I don't think everyone needs to be in a full lace front wig. I love the naturalness and softness of Tika's hair. I would love to see Loren in more weaves, clip-ins, ponytails, possibly like braids, but anything but a wig as of right now. I just want her in softer, more natural looking hair. I think it would do wonders for her brand. Even like the bob that she had, I feel like I would have liked to seen that done in a different way, if that makes sense. I just want her to take a break from the wigs and just channel more of Tika type of hair. I think it will look so good with that Chanel type of fashion. And I think it will give her that sophisticated but classy, professional but still sexy look that she's going for. For her makeup, I would love to see Gail Bean on her mood board. I think Gail has really great glam in the way of it being very nice, natural, clean, and at times when it needs to be more dramatic, they step it up in a way where you can still see the best of her features, and it's never dry, too matted. She never looks too caked up, and like she always looks radiant. I think this type of makeup will look really great on Loren and will also take like give a youthfulness about her with her makeup look. I think it would be refreshing to see. So altogether, I said Chanel Iman for the fashion, Tika Sumpter for the hair, and Gail Bean for the makeup. I think this would be a nice roundabout look for Loren, and this is how I would style her if she were my client. You can let me know what you guys think in the comments, and also let me know who you would like for me to do next. See you guys next episode. Follow me on LTK to shop all of my style boards. Make sure you follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok at Ashley2_Aaliyah. And you also can shop my Shop My account as well. To book me for styling services, you can visit my website, www.ashleyaaliyah.com. To shop my boutique, you can visit www.richbitchcollection.com. If you are in Philadelphia, Delaware, the counties around Philadelphia, or New Jersey area, you can book me for makeup services at www.sincerelyashleyb.com, and you also can shop my cosmetic line. Thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my playlist to binge watch my videos.